Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Oceana. Today I'm doing a Fall Diaries video reading vlog, and I've seen these going around and they're just really inspiring and aesthetic, and I just wanted to try my hand at it. So I am calling this Fall Diaries. I don't know how many of these I'm going to do, but I'm just gonna do kind of a bunch of book stuff in this video as well as lifestyle stuff. So I definitely need to reset my wardrobe. I need to get rid of all of my summer clothes and bring out my winter clothes. We're getting into more crisp fall weather and I'm excited about that. So I'm going to switch up my wardrobe and then I will share what I'm currently reading. I want to update my reading journal and plan my fall content. I do have a fun link to share with you as well. And then I do want to talk about content and what we read, what we consume, what we recommend on social media. So I don't know what order I'm going to do all of these things. Hopefully there's some like productivity in it. Hopefully you get inspired, and I would just love to hang out with you guys. So okay guys, so I'm going to tackle this and I'm going to time lapse myself and I will not stop until this pile is gone. So this is step one of preparing for fall because I can't have a messy room like this. I tend to just throw stuff in piles, and I also just switched out my summer wardrobe with my like fall winter wardrobe. So that's what is going on here. And then as you can see, I have Christmas wrapping paper. Is it Christmas time yet? No. But have I started Christmas shopping? Yes, because I like to be prepared. But yeah, let's just get going because it's already dark out and I need to be able to go to bed tonight and my bed is a total mess. So let's do it, you guys. Okay everyone, hopefully you enjoyed that montage of me cleaning. I'm going to show you the after shortly here. I wanted to share a new partnership that I have going on and a new affiliate link to share with you guys. I hope that this is going to be helpful for you. So someone from Everand reached out to me, and if you never heard of Everand before, it is an audiobook service and it is subscription based. So they reached out to me. I had heard of it a little bit here and there from other people that I follow, and I think it was previously called Scribd. So if you've heard of Scribd, because that's the one I'm more familiar with. I've never had either of those subscriptions, so it was quite new to me. So I did some research first to see if this is something that I wanted to participate in. So Everand is an app that you can get on your phone and you can get digital audiobooks, ebooks, podcasts, and original titles. And it is monthly subscription based. So there's a standard subscription and a plus subscription. There's a 30-day trial for both. And with the standard one, you get one free audiobook or one free unlock, they call it, per month, and then for the plus you get 3 unlocks per month, so that's great. So I decided to download it for myself as well, and I've been using it. I am currently listening to The Rules of Falling for You by Mollie Rushmeyer, because I am actually reading this for another reading vlog, but I thought, oh, while I'm currently reading this, I might as well try this audiobook because it's not available through my library. So I have noticed that there's a lot of new releases on Everand and like just available immediately. So it's really nice where you don't have to wait, and the library takes like sometimes months to get new releases in, especially for audio, and Everend is immediate. So I have been using that and I do enjoy it. So no pressure to sign up or anything, but you could do the 30-day trial if you wanted to and download an audiobook, see if you like it, or an ebook as well, or podcast, whatever you want. I'm using it for audiobooks. If you do end up signing up and choosing a subscription, I will get a commission for it. So thank you to them for having me be a part of their affiliate program. I will now have a link in all of my videos where if you want to check it out, if you click my link, I will get the commission. So I really appreciate that, but no pressure, you guys. It's just another way to support me if you want, but again, no pressure. So yeah, I'm excited to have another source to get audiobooks from because I've been really into audio lately. It's just so helpful when you're on the go, busy. I don't have as much time to sit down and read these days, but listening has been really nice and just a way to kind of keep my mind occupied when I'm doing chores and things like that, and driving. I find that I listen to audiobooks a lot when I drive. So I will have my link down below if you want to check it out. And again, thank you to Everand. And yeah, I'm excited to be a part of their affiliate program. So it is there for you. And let's get back to cleaning my room. I do have to still put a few more things away. Okay, everyone. That shelf is now exposing me, but at least there's nothing on the floor, you know, like look at nothing on the floor. Very good. I do have my suitcase out because I'm going to be traveling in about a week. So I pulled that out and yeah, that is everything. And like this shelf could use some work, but either way, there's nothing on the floor. That's what I'm saying. So that's all that I wanted to make sure that I had done. And I'm going to try to keep it this way for as long as possible. We'll see how long it lasts, but this was motivation for me to get this cleaned up. So thank you for being here with me. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I think I need to start planning my fall content. So I'll probably sit down and do that, and we'll just keep on trucking along. But cleaning feels so good. Highly recommend just setting like a 15-minute timer and see how much you can get done, and just do like a little cleaning sprint and see how it goes. But yeah, this feels really good. Okay, hi everyone. So I'm in the car now because I just went to the library, so I wanted to share some of the books that I picked up. I probably won't read all of these, but I just love going to the library. I love requesting books and just having like a lot of options to choose from for my TBR. Some of these books are on my fall TBR, and then some of them, actually, you know what? Not one single one is from my fall TBR. These are all new, so that's how I roll, you guys. I just like to randomly pick up books sometimes. So I'm going to share those with you, and then we'll see what happens from that. Anyways, I really want to start reading more Jamie Jo Wright books just to see what my actual favorite is, because I've only read 2/2.5 because I DNF'd The Souls of Lost Lake, and then I didn't really like Echoes Among the Stones, but I did quite like The Vanishing at Castle Moreau. So I have The House on Foster Hill, which is her first ever traditionally published, or her first book like this that she started publishing. So I want to see if I can like this. I don't really know anything about it. You follow Kane Prescott, is no stranger to death. When her husband died 2 years ago, her pleas for further investigation into his suspicious demise fell on deaf ears. That's so sad. A century earlier, the house on Foster Hill, I thought someone was going to park beside me. A century earlier, the house on Foster Hill holds nothing but painful memories for Ivy Thorpe. When an unidentified woman is found dead on the property, Ivy is compelled to discover her identity. Interesting. Okay, so typically there's death, there's maybe something that seems supernatural but turns out not to be supernatural. So I'm going to see if I can like this book. So I feel like I'm most likely to read this book. And then I did get, oh, now someone did park beside me. Do I just do it? Nope, can't do it. Gotta go. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I just couldn't. There was someone like right beside me that parked, and we're home now. We're safe. It's all good. So I think I was about to show you Cold Pursuit by Nancy Mell. I want to start reading a lot more like Christian mystery, thriller, suspense books, and it's been a while since I've read Nancy Mel. I just recently recommended her Mind Games book in my fall recommendation video, and it just reminded me that, oh yeah, she has a whole trilogy that I could read, and this is called Cold Pursuit. It's the Ryland and St. Clair series. Book 1, I think it's a trilogy, and again, it follows like FBI profilers, but in this one, it's an ex-FBI profiler. River Ryland still suffers from PTSD after a case that went horribly wrong. Wow. Needing a fresh start, she moves to St. Louis to be near her ailing mother and opens a private investigation firm with her friend and former FBI partner, Tony St. Clair. Ooh, see, that sounds fun. So yeah, the only thing is, like, Nancy Mel definitely writes slow burn romance and a lot of, like, I wouldn't say disturbing, but just like unsettling mystery with like the bad guys. So sometimes I'm not really in the mood for it, but I have this book in case I am in the mood for it. And then you may have seen that I am currently reading this, although by the time you see this, I won't be currently reading it. But anyways, Stuart Little by E.B. White. I watched the movies when I was a little girl. I just had great memories with it, and I just saw this in my library and I was like, wait a second, it's a book. I want to read that. So I checked it out from the library, and I think for sure I'm going to enjoy reading this because, yeah. So I'm going to start this now and hopefully just finish it in one sitting. We'll see. And then I am kind of on a Frida McFadden kick, I guess you could say, because I've recently read some of her books, and she just writes really straightforward, easy, not really that unsettling thrillers, which I appreciate. So I don't know if I'll get to these, but I've got Do Not Disturb and One by One. I don't know if I'll get to them, but just for options in case I do want a quick easy book, because like these are large print, but look how small they still are. So I just love that she writes like just they're called popcorn thrillers. Like they're super easy to consume, not a lot of brain power, and you kind of know what you're getting. So I'm okay with that. But yeah, that's what I got from the library. Now I want to show you something. Of course, since this is a fall reset video or a Fall Diaries video, whatever this is, look what I got. I got pumpkin cookies by Pillsbury. Those like little cookies that you can get, you know, ready to bake. Very excited. So I've turned the oven on. Don't look at our messy sink area. Oh, and I put up some orange lights. Yes, very cute, right? What else can I show you? Not really much. Look at our lovely bouquets. Pretty. Yes. Yeah, and the cookies. So I'm gonna make those for when my sister gets home. So that's gonna be great. And that's all I have to say right now. But okay, everyone, so I decided to go for like, I guess a quilt theme for October. So I took a very long time. This took me like at least an hour to do this. Yeah, because I just wanted it to be like eclectic, all the colors. And so it took me a while to make sure that nothing looked too uniform. Like I wanted it to look like just patches, you know? So anyways, I did that. That's great. I am now going to chat a little bit about content in books and recommendations and regrets. Okay, so I would love this to be a discussion. What I'm talking about here is basically content in books beyond just spice on the page, because spice on the page is definitely a huge no for me, and that is a clear, like, I'm not comfortable with that. I would not recommend a book like that, and I avoid books like that. If I hear that a book has it, I won't read it. But everything else, like fade to black, just steamy makeouts, innuendo, language, I guess that's about it. And then kind of like themes as well, like, yeah, themes, I guess. Those are all a spectrum, and it just depends on my mood and I guess what God is working on in my heart at the time with what I'm comfortable with. There's certain times when I have recommended a book, and then like as the comments come in, or just even as I sit with it a bit longer after it's been uploaded, I kind of wish that I didn't put that book in the video. And I have 2 examples of this, and I'm not trying to like look for justification. I'm just trying to explain where I'm at, I guess. So the first example is in my guide to rom-coms video, or guide to clean romance. It's guide to clean romance because rom-coms is one of them. In that guide to clean romance video, I think I put it out in February. I will link it down below if you want to check it out. It has a lot of views, and I'm proud of that. I'm happy. To me, a lot of views is anything over 2K. If one of my videos gets over 2,000 views, I'm like, yay, that's great. And you know, not all my videos hit 2K, so it is what it is. But anyways, so this guide to clean romance has a lot of recommendations that I still stand by 100%. However, in the rom-com section of the video, I talk about Jenny Proctor. And after I made that video, I remember it must have been, I read 1 or 2 more of her books, or I heard about reviews of some of her later books or something. I heard something where Jenny Proctor, sometimes the content in her books can go quite vulgar and a little too steamy in terms of like the feelings expressed by the characters and the way they kiss each other. It can be quite just a lot of spiciness, but not like actual spice. Like she's never even faded to black. Like that, every book that I read by her, they don't do it, but they think about doing it and they want to do it, but they don't actually. Remember thinking like, I kind of wish that I didn't pick her to be in this video, because there's other authors that are even cleaner than that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that's been in my mind, because I'm like, the video has a lot of views. I talk about liking romance, liking clean romance, and yet I'm recommending this author where there could be other like stronger recommendations. I hope this is making sense. And yet I still stand by some of her books. Like, I love some of her books for sure. And I am comfortable reading a certain level of vulgarity, I guess you could say, or just steamy makeouts, depending on the writing style of the scene. There's some scenes that authors can write that are so sexual that even though they're not doing it, they might as well be, based on like the way the writing is like making the characters feel and the positions and the touching and whatever. I'm going into it, guys. And then there's others where it could be the exact same like situation, but the writing style makes it so fine and not raise any red flags for me, or like come against any of my convictions is what I'm saying. Like, there's certain scenes that aren't convicting for me to read, but would be for other people. And that's why I try to give as many details as possible and say like, yeah, I liked it, but others might not. And I try to be like pretty good about that with my reviews. But even then, when it comes to recommendation videos, and in particular this guide to romance video, I'm like, yeah, but I'm putting this out there that I think a lot of people would like this book, and I don't know if I stand by that anymore. That's the thing. Like, there's certain recommendations that I don't know that I'd stand by anymore. And that's hard for me because it's on the internet and it is what it is. I can't go back and change those videos, and I don't want to delete them because there's still some other good recommendations in there. So that's that. The second example is a more recent one, and in my fall book recommendations video, which is just an unfortunate combination because it's also the video where I did like some encouragement at the end, and it's about a totally unrelated topic, but it's just too bad that like I don't feel funky about that. I feel funky about one of the books in the video that I just wish I didn't include. So because if I didn't include it, it would have been a fully Christian fiction recommendation video, but because I included this book and the book that it, anyways, so in my fall book recommendations video, I recommended A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I'm not going to put it on the screen. I'm not going to go and grab it. It might even be around here still. No, I put it back. Okay. And like, I recommended this book. I fully read the trilogy last year. There's a whole video of me reading the trilogy. In the video, like in my recommendation video, I said like not a lot of people are gonna like this book. It's quite dark, and that kind of content like will make people uncomfortable, especially that it's young adult. I don't think it's appropriate for young adults to be reading. And I said that all in the video, but as I look back at it, I'm like, if I would say all of that, why would I put it in a recommendation video then? You know, I was kind of only recommending it to adults that would like that kind of content, but it's not a universal great fall book recommendation because of everything I just said. It sucks for me to feel like, I don't want to lose trust with you guys if you see me recommending a book that maybe you're like, really though? I don't know about that. And I feel that too. Like I feel like, really, like, why did you think that was a good idea? I don't know. And maybe it's not that big of a deal, but I do care about this kind of thing just because the messages that I've gotten over the years from people saying, you helped me find clean books, you helped me like get out of my, you know, spicy addiction, and you give me hope for my kids and what they can read. And I take that so to heart, and I take it very seriously, and I feel this sense of responsibility to do right by you guys with my book recommendations. And when I feel like I fail or make a mistake, it's really hard for me. And I just wanted to say that, I guess. So I hope a lot of you watch this clip because it does mean a lot to me. Maybe I'll try to make this into a short as well, because I just want you guys to know that I care about you so much, and I care about my channel and my reputation. And like, just because I'm comfortable reading a certain book, it doesn't mean everyone else is going to be. And because of the way that I've marketed my channel and the way that I want to run my channel, because really I could look at it as I'm just sharing what I like to read. Like, why does it matter what anyone else would think? I could do it that way, but that's not how I do it. I run my channel as a resource, and if I'm not trusting the resource, I'm not okay with that. Like, yes, I'm sharing my book journey and my reading journey along the way, but when it comes to recommendations, that's where I'm like, no, it's more than that. It's not just me saying like willy-nilly read these books. It's me saying I've vetted these and I trust this recommendation to give to you. And there's just some videos and some books where I'm like, I wish I didn't recommend that one. I'm sorry about that. And I hope that what I said about the book and about the content will at least deter you from reading it, so that you don't actually read it and think that was a terrible recommendation. So that's one thing. And then the only other part is like, if you see me recommending something, maybe you will lose trust, because it's like, why would you even recommend that, you know? And that's something I have to live with and learn from, and it is what it is. But I just wanted to say that. That is what I wanted to say. And yeah, I think that's everything. I don't even know what else to say, but let's just have a drink of coffee right now. That being said, I'm currently reading The Rules of Falling for You by Mollie Rushmeyer, and I absolutely love this book. This is a Christian romance, like super sweet, like kind of Regency vibes, but it's set in modern times. She's just at this like Regency singles retreat, and it's so cute, and I really love the message, and I love the characters, and I'm probably gonna give it 5 stars. And that's the kind of book that I want to recommend on my channel, but it's not the kind of book that I read all the time. So that's the trick. I'm like, how do I recommend books then that are like what I just talked about when I barely even read them? Because they're hard to find, and sometimes I'm just not in the mood for them. Like, they're too cheesy. I could totally, like, probably a month ago I would have thought, this is so cheesy, I don't like this book, but I'm in the mood for it right now. 5 stars. Like, truly, I really like this book, and I'm gonna recommend it. And it's gonna be in another reading vlog, so you'll see more thoughts. But yeah, really curious what you guys think about all of this, in particular as, I guess, a creator and maybe a book person, and then just as a viewer and as someone who like looks for recommendations. I'm curious what your experience has been. And I own that I've probably made mistakes, that I have definitely made mistakes, and that I've recommended books that would not be healthy for my audience to read. And I do regret that, and I have to live with it. So I just ask for forgiveness. I ask for grace, and I need to tell that to myself, like, hey, just chill out, it's fine. That's a plane. Can you hear it? It feels like it's not that loud, but I feel you probably pick it up. That being said, I hope you guys are all doing well, and I'm looking forward to the weekend, and I'm going into a busy work week, so I am going to be starting The Voice We Find next week, so I'm very excited about that because I did get the audiobook and I have the physical book, and it's what I'm going to be reading along the way of working next week. I think that's it for this video. I know it's kind of random and eclectic, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it anyways, and I would just really love to hear your feedback on what I was talking about. And it's also teaching me to like give grace to other people, because there's been times when other booktubers that I, respect their opinion and look for recommendations from them, if I see them recommend a book that I know has questionable content, I do lose a bit of respect for them. But I think I want to check my heart on that, because it's like, I could be that person too, and so just taking everything with a grain of salt, and just like, I don't know, I guess, yeah, living with open hands and knowing that like the ultimate judge is God, and we're all just doing our best, really, and we're gonna make mistakes, and hopefully we can all be here to help each other get back up and try again and be better. And yeah, anyways, thank you guys for being here, and yeah, I look forward to chatting with you in another video soon, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. So if you check my description, all of my different links are down there, so I would love it if you guys would check it out, but also don't do that if you don't want to.